Hello everybody and welcome to today's Sunday sermon, which is on the 10th Sunday of the year. Today we see that Jesus is in a bit of bother with his family. His own family feel that he's not in his true self. In other words, that he's a bit mad. So let us try and understand why the family were thinking like this. First of all, he had given up his job as a carpenter and had gone off without any source of income. So they were looking at it from this point of view. Is that normal for somebody to leave their job at his age when he should be getting married and settled down? And here he is being a vagabond preacher, a preacher with no place to stay. He was becoming involved with conflict with the authorities, the Jewish authorities. And these are dangerous people. These people could kill you. And number three, he had gathered a band of people around him who were not very educated, except for one maybe, Matthew. Matthew was a tax collector. In fact, as a tax collector, he would be hated by many people, and many people would doubt that he was converted to whatever Jesus was talking about. So the family knew that it was inevitable that he would clash with the authorities, and so it would have very bad consequences. There was a rabble-rouser among his friends, and simple folk like fishermen. This was worrying because it didn't seem that Jesus, a young man, was doing any favours to his career in this life. And obviously, the family of Jesus did not understand or even believe that he was the Son of God. He has shown himself indifferent to society. He did not care what people would say about him, and particularly he didn't care what his family thought. So if we look at these challenges that Jesus had, it's very much what is required of us as Christians. Not to worry too much about what people will say about us, and not to worry too much about security and safety, and also to move with people who are honest and open. Many people have done this in their lives and have done good in our history, and they have been ridiculed mostly, laughed at and punished severely. These challenges can force one to stop doing and saying what is right. One such person was St. Thomas More, who was beheaded on July the 6th, 1535, because, guided by moral principles, he refused to accept King Henry VIII as head of the Catholic Church in England. His conscience led him to disagree with Henry, and his actions would cause him to be labelled a traitor, which was to lead inevitably to his death. He was Lord Chancellor, the highest-ranking traditional minister among the great officers of state in England. Disregarding the loss of such power and the loss of his own life, his decision to oppose King Henry VIII serves as a timeless example for us all and an encouragement in following Christ right to the end. His legacy encourages us to prioritise truth, uphold moral principles, and serve with grace. On his execution, he was reported to have said, "I die, the King's good servant, and God's first." Pope Pius XI canonised More in 1935 as a martyr. Pope John Paul II in 2000 declared him the patron saint of statesmen and politicians. So today we have to struggle with being brave. Because to be a true Christian, we need to be able to condemn sin and improper behavior and false ideologies, false teachings, which are everywhere today. And also we need to be strong and able to advise our young people, especially in our communities, in our parishes, to have the strength and the courage to be able to say, no, this is wrong. Abortion is wrong. To steal money is wrong. Embezzlement is wrong. To tell lies about other people is wrong. These are the commandments that have been broken and seem to be a normal thing today. These are some of the big challenges, like the challenges that Christ had today in the face of the Pharisees of the Jewish faith. Today we need to pray for courage, for the strength to stand up for what is right, to advise people who have gone on the wrong road. Also to be honest with ourselves and to know where we too are going wrong. We need to pray for wisdom and courage to help the Christian message become more a reality in our times. Sometimes it takes an event in the history of the world to make us change and stand up for what is right, even regardless of safety of our lives and our families. And also even in the face of people slandering us and telling lies about us. To be a Christian definitely invites suffering of every kind. And Jesus knew that, and that was what killed him and why he was hated by the authorities. So I'm wishing you a very peaceful and a happy and a courage-filled Sunday and a week ahead that will be our time to be strong and upright Christians.